are officially in an election year. The race for the White House is heating up with the first caucus in Iowa just 14 days away. Latest polls still show Donald Trump with a huge lead at 52%, you see here, while Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley trail behind at 18 and 16% respectively. Joining us now with a first-hand look at the state of the race as his state preps for caucus day is Iowa radio host Jeff Angelo. And your radio show, Jeff, is awesome. It's What You Need to Know with Jeff Angelo. So what do Americans need to know about what's about to take place and transpire in Iowa?
Well, first of all, we're going to have a bunch of reporters eating in all our restaurants, and I won't be able to get a reservation, Griff. But second
That's
of all,
okay. Listen, Fong's Pizza, save a table for me.
Exactly right. On the company expense account, Griff. That's the key there. Trump's going to win bigly. That is going to happen. And then the race here in Iowa is for second place. And then that candidate needs to gain some momentum in a state down the line, New Hampshire or South Carolina, to be positioned as the alternative to Trump in the race. But here in Iowa, Trump's going to win it in a runaway.
Jeff, I've read that you're looking to possibly have your Iowa GOP chairman, Coffin, saying that they expect a record turnout. But if Trump is going to win by a landslide, why is the turnout going to be so large and intense?
Fox and Friends, because, you folks are talking about it continuously. I'm talking about it continuously. So when I was going out to holiday gatherings with a lot of friends, many of which you've never caucused before, you've got their curiosity up. They'd like to see a caucus. They would like to put in their 2 cents for who's going to be the next presidential nominee for the Republican Party. So there are a lot of people who do come to a caucus for the very first time simply because they've been hearing all the buzz. They're very curious about it. Yeah. Chances are, quite frankly, Griff, they've run into a presidential candidate. They're just there trying to eat their omelet in the morning, and suddenly Nikki Haley's standing there talking about foreign policy. So the curiosity does drive people to the caucus. And even you've got these polling numbers, you have a lot of people who will show up for the first time. And that's what some of the candidates are counting on, that these are folks that are not getting polled.
It is, if you're in Iowa and you've never been to one, it's quite fascinating to see. You don't just walk in, pull a lever. You actually gather in a group, and each person is making a speech for their candidate. Fascinating stuff. Just in the minute I got left here, Jeff, I want to ask you, go back 8 years. 2016, Ted Cruz won Iowa, narrowly, but he won Iowa with the best ground game. So DeSantis has had a really strong ground game. DeSantis rang in the new year there. He was there at Christmas. He's got the governor's endorsement. What happened to the DeSantis ground game to be this far behind Trump?
Yeah, I think the problem has been with Ron DeSantis is, Iowa caucus is a one-on-one experience. He's better behind a podium and not really charismatic or warm one-to-one with an Iowan. And so it's hard to build up an enthusiasm that you need to actually drive people to the polls.
And you got Nikki Haley pretty close to him. We'll see. It's going to be very exciting. 14 days away. Jeff, thank you very much. Happy New Year.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.